Hi everyone, Kelt here, bringing you my thoughts on the British royal family and also Harry and Meghan. And today I'm following up on my previous video where I'm talking about Harry in court and the kerfuffle which happened where this woman shouted and Harry's bodyguards, which he says he hasn't got, came to the rescue. So they were both taken out. And then it was a private court after that, without the public there. So the Royal Courts of Justice in London on April the 9th, 25, was less a courtroom and more a theatre, with Prince Harry's security appeal upstaged by a woman who practically begged for the spotlight. There are many online saying that they know who she is, and there are several handles. I'm not sure who fits which handle. I haven't gone that deeply into that at the moment, but they're calling her Danny and also Peace, because there's somebody who has a handle of Peace online, who is a Sussex big fan. She's black, about 50, shaved head, glasses, and so wired you think she'd had a triple espresso before she went in there. She rolled in late, already pinging the radar of Harry's security, led by David Langdon, who had her in his sights from the get-go. But he didn't do anything, and this is what people are asking. Why? She didn't just sit there, she fidgeted like it was her job. She was flipping through two phones, a notebook, and had a bright red scarf that she'd drape on and then rip it off again, as if she was yelling, "Look at me." It was so in your face you'd think security would have sidled up and shown her the door. But no, she kept at it, a one-woman disruption, while Harry jotted notes behind his lawyer, Shahid Fatima, KC. And people on X are swearing that he glanced her way twice. I saw the video and I think I saw him do it at least once. So he did this once at the start, almost as if he knew her, and then later as if he was saying, "Get ready." It's the kind of thing that makes you wonder who's directing this show. And the hearing was no joke. Fatima argued that Harry got screwed when Ravek slashed his security in 2020 after he ditched royal life, skipping a proper wrist check and leaving him with some half-assed bespoke plan. She brought up Al-Qaeda's 2020 hit call and a 23 New York paparazzi chase, saying his life's on the line. But Danny, or Peace, or Jennifer McCullough, these are the people who have commented. It was Jennifer McCullough who said online that she was there. She was sitting seats away from Harry. I'll go into that in a bit. So whichever one it was, whether they're all the same person or whether Danny and Peace and Jennifer are separate people, as the court broke for a private session, with Harry being hustled out, she went off, shouting, "I support you, Prince Harry," she yelled, and then she whirled on the press. "If you're the press, you're why he's not in England." So security finally grabbed her, hauling her out as Harry ducked back in for the closed door bit. A fan on X, claiming that they were 3 seats from Harry, and this is Jennifer, the one I just mentioned, said it went down exactly like that. There was support and then a press roast. It wasn't just loud, it felt staged. She'd been waiting for her cue, it was obvious. And if it was her, then she got away with all that fidgeting beforehand. Either security knew and they left it until the right moment, and they helped stage it, or they just let it go for whatever reason. X and Facebook are on fire with this. They say that Danny's a Sussex squad regular, trailing Harry from Invictus Games to centre ballet gigs, snapping pics and cheering like it's her career. So a real Sussex groupie. Some swear that Langdon's team knows her face, she's that familiar, and didn't yank her early because of it. And some posts call her a stooge, planted to make Harry look like a victim, and it's hard to argue when her act was this loud. And worse, there's talk that she's part of the crowd that have got a really dark side. I'm not sure if she's the one that wrote it, but someone called Jennifer has written some very dark posts, allegedly throwing serious threats at Prince William and Catherine in the past. Stuff that's a little more than fan rivalry. It's not in the papers, but it's definitely on X. If it's true, it's why Harry's guards might have been sweating her from the second she walked in. Her name is supposedly everywhere now. Danny the Sussex loyalist, but check the Daily Mail, the Independent and BBC, absolutely nothing. Just a woman or a supporter. So X posts are hyping her as Harry's friend, with Facebook groups like Royalty claiming that she's tight with the Montecito crew, but it's all talk, nothing actually sticks. But I'll show you these screenshots with Danny mentioned, Peace mentioned, and this Jennifer. Then Harry pulls an absolute wild card, doesn't he? He flies to the Ukraine the next day, April the 10th. Straight from court, he's at the Superhuman Centre in Lviv, a clinic patching up war victims with prosthetics and therapy. Joined by Invictus Games veterans, it's Noble, tied to his decade in the army and 2 Afghanistan tours. But the timing, oh my gosh. X is absolutely roasting him. Says the UK's too dangerous for his family, but he's cool hitting a war zone where Russian missiles rain down. Lviv's been hit 30 times since 2022, and Harry's visits stayed hush since he was gone, which only adds to the stunt vibe. He met wounded soldiers, chatted with Ukraine's veterans minister, and posted for pictures, all smiles, but critics aren't buying it. They're calling it a PR flex to guilt-trip Ravek. Like, see, I need those bodyguards. No word that he's back in California with Meghan and the alleged children, but that's the bet. Ukraine was a quick hit, not a vacation. Back in court, Harry's not exactly demanding the judge's notes, but he's got folks riled up anyway. Fatima pushed hard. Ravek's downgrade was shady. No risk board. Just a slapdash call that left Harry hanging. She's not wrong to ask why, but on X it's entitled Harry all over again, like he's stamping his feet for royal perks that he left. The judges, Vos, Bean and Edis, said they'll rule after Easter, so he's waiting like the rest of us. Some see it as him fighting for fairness. Others, like half of X, think he's playing Prince in a game he already folded. Yeah, it does look like that. Put it together and it's a circus, with Danny as the rogue clown, or Jennifer, or whoever she is. Her scarf dance and shouting match were so extra it's embarrassing if Harry okayed it. Way too obvious to be clever. That security let her run that long, despite Langdown's stare down, and it does smell very fishy. If she's really out there with the others threatening William and Catherine, she's a liability, not a fan, and Harry's team should have known better. And then he jets to the Ukraine, preaching veteran support while dodging missiles, right after crying danger in London. Too dangerous to go to a friend's wedding, and yet he can go out there where there are missiles dropping. It's either very bold or totally bonkers, and the jury's out. What's clear is this. Danny, Jennifer, Peace, whoever she is chaos. And Harry's moves turned a legal fight into a reality show, and nobody's talking about Ravek anymore. So, I'll include the screenshots, and they're quite disturbing, and still haven't got the identity down completely as to who this woman is, because some are saying that she doesn't resemble Danny and others are saying it is. I don't even know if this Jennifer is a totally different person or the same person, because it's so easy to use different handles, isn't it, on social media? So let me have your thoughts on all of this, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.